but you know so. If you think it's the top, tell them move over. Modern day Tupac in a new...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the New York Jets. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Easy. Ready. Yellow waiting. Here we go. Ready,
they'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And down it goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
21. Ready. We waiting. 58.
Here's Breeze. Throw left side complete. It's Carr. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
36. Ready. You waiting?
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Finds his man, Watson over the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
They'll try and run. Ingram. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
After the run, now Darnold to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, across the NFL, all the byes are done, so the 32 teams have played exactly 12 games. And if you look at the offensive leaders right now, Charles, starting with passing, Ben Roethlisberger at the top, but Patrick Mahomes is right on his heels.
Just 22 yards behind, and he's the guy that everyone is focused in on. He's fun to watch. How about the rest of the top 5? Matt Ryan, Jared Goff, and Aaron Rodgers. The guys toting the ball. Todd Gurley leads with 1,175 yards. Ezekiel Elliott right on his heels as well.
Yeah, those are the two 1,000-yard rush. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
New Orleans Saints getting the football back here in a second, and those Saints saw their 10-game winning streak come to an end last week at AT&T Stadium. First half was really rough offensively. Drew Brees only passed for 39 yards.
I thought this league was all about offense now, right? I thought we had moved past the defenses. You're just trying to hang on, make a play or two. The Dallas Cowboys brought it back last Thursday night, holding Drew Brees only 39 passing yards in the first half.
Yeah, the fewest yards for New Orleans in a half since week 3 of 2004 against the Broncos. But, hey, look, they're still 10-2. There's not a whole lot to cry over right now.
No, not at all. Their big thing, chasing the Los Angeles Rams now for the #1 seed in the NFC, so they can have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. If they get a tie, they win it because they beat the Rams earlier this year.
On second down, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Ready. 90. 21. 21.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
11.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, 2. 13.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to launch this thing way down. This is caught inside the 15. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 53 yards.
Hey, easy. 11. 21. Right there. 54 Mike. 13.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Des Bryant, a 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Let's go.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Anderson a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Complete outright to Kurz. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. And in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, Darnold. Flush to his right. Letting one go deep for Enunwa. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, 33 yards. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
The dangerous Hill now to return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
You're good. Right forward, ready.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Sammy. Ready.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Ready. Monday.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Good set. 21. 11. 12.
Now Breeze. Bryant with a catch right side. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for him.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Saints add on to their lead. What's good on the extra point? Back now here live in New Orleans. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Back to throw, Darnold. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The former Jet, Demario Davis, in to drop him behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Darnold now on second down. Airing one deep for Curse. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll run. This is Powell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Bilal Powell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Breeze to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
Easy.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
21. Got it.
Breeze going to throw here. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Ready. Got it. 11. 36.
Now Breeze. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Henry Anderson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
21. 13.
Back to throw Breeze. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.